All right, let's get stuck into things now with my panel tonight. Sophie Ellsworth, media writer at The Australian, joining us from Melbourne, and One Nation Chief of Staff, James Ashby. Thank you very much for joining me, both of you. Now, a bit of news out today about a woman by the name of Teela Reid. She was on the referendum engagement group for the Voice to Parliament. James Campbell from the Herald Sun and the Daily Telegraph has gone and done some digging, and we've found another example of someone who is an architect of the Voice to Parliament saying the ultimate goal here is reparations.
It is about the reconciling of the balance. You know, there does need to be reparations here. There does need to be compensation. There does need to be these tough, I think, decisions and reparations for what First Nations peoples have lost. That's undeniable.
Now, I suppose it's no surprise when you've got people like her running around and Thomas Mayo and others, the shine is starting to wear off. You might have seen last week, Anthony Albanese at one of his press conferences had to list off everyone he could think of who supports the referendum, supports the Voice to Parliament, in some effort to say, oh, no, nothing to see here.
Every single sporting code, AFL, National Rugby League, Football Australia, Cricket Australia, Tennis Australia, Olympics Committee, major business organisations, Business Council of Australia, the Australian Industry Group, the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, individual businesses, faith groups, Catholic Church, Greek Orthodox, Muslim groups, Hindu groups, Jewish organisations, all combining to say yes to the Voice.
Blimey, Charlie, I mean, you'd think even Skippy was supporting it. I mean, Sophie, every time it comes out, one of these people who's been intimately involved in designing and pushing for the Voice to Parliament, they want reparations, they want a treaty, they want land back. This, it seems abundantly clear, even though the government don't want us to know it, is what the Voice to Parliament leads to.
Well, Caleb, great to be here. I think this is actually a really good thing that these voice architects are coming out and saying exactly what they're saying, because there's no confusion about where this voice vote is heading. It's pretty clear. They want compensation, they want land back, they want treaty. The list goes on. So I think this is actually really good that they are telling the Australian public that this is what they believe, because the Australian public need to know exactly what they are voting for. And there's an awful lot of confusion out there, Caleb, about exactly what the Voice is. Now, I was at an event with Thomas Mayo last week in Melbourne. There's a story in The Australian on this in tomorrow's paper, so have a read of that. But he's lashed out at the media and said that there's been a lot of positive stories about the Voice with a lot of negative headlines, and this is damaging us. So I think they're in real trouble, the Yes campaign, and I think Australians really want to know what this Voice is about. And for those who are confused, they need to listen to people like Teela Reid so they know exactly what they are voting for and where this is heading.